Stocks edge higher after Fed keeps rates unchanged. Stocks rose slightly Wednesday after the Federal Reserve kept interest rates unchanged at its two-day monetary policy meeting but opened the door to future cuts. The Dow rose 60 points, while the S&P 500 and Nasdaq each advanced 0.3%. The Fed's decision to hold overnight rates steady was widely expected. Heading into the meeting, traders were pricing an easier monetary policy as soon as July. They were also betting. The language within the Fed's statement appears to be setting the stage for a potential rate cut, with the removal of patient in reference to the future path of monetary policy. The statement, the Fed's rate projections, released alongside the statement on Wednesday, showed that 8 Fed members see a cut this year, which traders took as further sign the central bank was close to cutting rates. Its median forecast Treasury yields fell following the announcement, pressuring bank shares. The benchmark 10 stocks have not fared well in recent Fed days. The S&P expectations of lower rates helped the market rebound this month after a torrid performance in May. The S&P, those expectations increased amid lingering trade worries and weaker economic data. China and the U.S. It feels like the Fed doesn't know how to react to that, said Kevin Berry, Chief Investment Officer at Capped Rust Advisors. The main actors are, animal spirits will be increased by a settlement between China and the U.S. The Fed's meeting came after Bloomberg News reported the White House looked for a way to demote Powell earlier this year. Larry Kudlow, Powell said in the news conference that he intends to fully serve his 4-year term, noting the law is clear on the matter. CNBC's Sylvia Amaro contributed to this report.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.